I guess.
I hit record already.
I'm just starting off like,
Yeah, like yeah, bro. Yeah, skirt, roll up, skirt, or whatever the fuck they say.
Mom!
All right. All right. I'm gonna come in more mellow with the all right, because like I'll be feeling like I'm busting people's eardrums out. Like if they throw the headphones on, it's like all right, let's get into this,
Freaking slip out or some shit.
dude. I saw this stupid ass TikTok video, and somebody was like, "Give me your best," and then it spelled out like a word like BEOUGHHH or whatever, and then the dude was like, "Oh, I got you," and it was like, "That's how you, that's how you spell." It was, oh my god! Give me your best. It was just like a stupid. It makes me think of that goddamn Grinch shit where he's like, "Hey, cha!" Like he just turned into fucking a death metal band or some shit. Oh my god. What a great way to intro the show. Obviously, you can tell we're going to be having a good time this episode. Just like the last episode, I feel like every episode we do is the best one we've ever done, which is always good. It's always good. I'd hate to be doing an episode and feel like, oh, that was ass. That was ass. But episode 12, Pandacast. Let's just jump right into it. We talked about GTA 5 last week with the online coming out free for PlayStation Plus. I don't know if it was free for Xbox guys or anything like that, or girls.
Hey, no.
But for PlayStation Plus, you can get the online for free. I jumped in. I restarted my character because I didn't really have shit for my old PlayStation 3 character anyway. And we're going to talk a little bit about my experience because Jarrell's played the shit out of it. He just transferred his character over and just kept rolling. I'll come at it from a newer perspective on GTA 5 for PS5. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about the GTA news that Jarrell's brought to my attention. Jarrell, how you feeling before we jumped into anything else? How you feeling, dude?
Oh, I feel great, man. Things are definitely picking up. I feel good.
Picking up? What do you mean picking up? Things are picking up.
Talking about like stocks and crypto and all of that stuff.
Oh, is it? Good. Has stuff come back up? Because I haven't really been. The shit's down. I'm like, it's in the red. I'm fine.
Yeah, like new stuff coming out, like ApeCoin and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Jasmy, all the stuff like it just going up, and then they got like ETFs, like a metaverse ETF, which I heard about that I'm gonna try to get into. So it like invests in all like the metaverse stuff for you, and it's like at like $45 right now. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Where can you get that one?
So I'm excited about that. Oh, you can get that one. I got an Ameritrade. This is called Verse, VERS. They couldn't put the E because I guess it's only 4 letters, the max or whatever. But yeah. It's cool. I'm about that.
For the stock name or whatever.
Something also called Nio is like a Bitcoining mining company or something like that. Mm-hmm. And it's like for 89 cents right now or 79 cents. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, no financial advice, but hey.
Yeah. $100 gets you 100 of them. It's okay. I would say stocks and crypto aren't necessarily gambling, because you can study the trends and things like that and kind of game the system. Like if you know this thing goes up, like fluctuates up and down 10%, 20%, whatever. You can put it in when it's low, sell it when it's high. Anybody can do it. Anybody can learn how to see the patterns, right? So, but have the mindset of gambling of don't put in what you're not willing to lose. So, just like if you go sit down at a poker table, things like that, and you do a buy-in of $45, and that $45 is what you were supposed to spend on diapers for your kid tonight. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's my final advice. That's my financial advice as a non-professional. Don't do it. Save your money. And learn what you can. But that's cool. I haven't been paying a lot of attention to it. It's kind of just I got stuff in there, and I'm confident that something that I got is going to go up one day, and I can have a great time when that does. But that's cool. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I can't really complain. I've been working, been posting TikTok videos with my wife at Tatiana Winton on TikTok. Been posting some funny ones here lately and gotten some real good traction. We're upping our
Yeah,
minimum expectation for videos, and I've been doing a lot of research lately about um, storytelling and editing techniques to
yeah,
up my game as a video editor and as a storyteller on video, and ultimately
yeah,
share ideas, like to be able to share ideas and my thoughts and really convey through the video what we're trying to send as a message. And actually thinking about video editing and content creation in a deeper level instead of like, oh yeah, this is funny, let's shoot that, which is what we were doing in the beginning, and it was
yeah,
working. But here lately, we've really put some thought in, like, oh yeah, the audience is going to think this, they're going to think this, like a video that I recently did and that I sent to you about the argument. There's a reason I'm wearing
yeah,
a hoodie. There's a reason I'm wearing a hoodie. There's a reason why it zooms in and just the eye level cuts, and there's like a slow zoom on my face looking sad. Like there's a whole, like all of it, every second of the video is like curated. And that was something that I
yeah.
was never doing before. And it's just, it's very cool. Very cool. So that's kind of what's going on and the thing that I've been thinking about and focusing in on mostly lately. But,
I think that's great,
um,
dude, because it's like it shows like the progress of not
yeah,
only like your creation, but y'all as a couple, like just going together and just building better relationship and stuff like that. That's cool.
for real, for real. I do like that because even Tatiana, like in my mind, I was always like quality, right? Like for me, I was always thinking, I want to make the best video that we can make. And if I didn't like the video, I was like, I don't like the video. But Tatiana was like, no, no, no. The people that were posting, the people that were growing faster than us, posted all the time. Like they would post like every day, every other day, things like that. But when it came down to us, sometimes we'd take like a couple weeks off. But when we did post a video, it would shoot up, like go crazy. And I'm like, that's good. But we weren't gaining followers during those like 2 weeks, 3 weeks where nothing was really happening or we weren't really posting. And it
Yeah,
wasn't until recently that we were like, all right, let's post more consistently. And we've been coming up with some good ideas and really focusing in. And even Tatiana's kind of come over towards the quality side, and I've come over towards the quantity side. So we're kind of hitting that happy medium where it's like we're hitting videos pretty
yeah,
consistently, and they're, in my opinion and her opinion, of high quality. Like the most recent video that we did is my favorite video that we've done because I know the time that it
that's even
took.
funny, man.
Yeah, I know the time that it's taken, and maybe I'll play it or what have you. I'll play like a little clip if you're on the YouTube version. I might play a clip here. If not, I probably won't. But just go if you're in on the YouTube or any others. There should be a link somewhere in the description, or take you back to the Patreon where you can find a link to this whatever at Tatiana Winton on TikTok, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's controversial, but it's funny, in my opinion.
Yeah, and that's why I said I think it's funny that you said that's your favorite one. That's what makes it even more funny.
Yeah,
But
just because of the way it's
because of what it
shot.
talks about.
Yeah, because of
Yeah,
what it talks
I think
about.
it's cool.
Yeah, and then one, what it talks about, and two, just the way it's shot. Like, because
Yeah,
again, I the time that we put into it, it was pretty quick and easy to come up with the idea, and it was also an idea that I came up with, and I thought was funny. And typically, Tatiana comes
yeah,
up with the ideas, and I do the editing and make it look good and come out good. Like when she snatches the wig off and we're walking in the front door, that was her idea to do that and be like, immediately no, immediately no. And that one did really well, like 300,000 views. And then
yeah,
when I come up with an idea, it typically doesn't, it doesn't convey, or like Tatiana doesn't like the idea or what have you. And whenever I do come up with an idea and we actually do it, it does turn out good. Like this one I thought was
yeah,
funny. And she kind of helped with the editing because I was trying to do something else and it wasn't going to turn out that good. And then she was like, no, 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 fuck that. Add a song. Let's make it shorter. Let's do this. Let's do this. And then it turned
yeah.
out great. So she had like the eye for the edit on this one, which was perfect. So it's,
Yeah, it was
like you said,
cool.
just
I think my
growing, coming
favorite one of
together.
y'all
Hmm.
is the one where you guys are in the bed and she's like outside the window looking in. And I watched that
Oh,
video so
yeah.
many times and I've seen different stuff. Like you see like the condom fly off, or you see like something. Like every single time I watched it, I
Yeah.
saw something different, and it was just so cool.
We actually had to delete that video, which sucks.
Really? Oh
Yeah, because
man.
they said that it went against TikTok community guidelines because of like the
Well,
fact that
if
we were
you
in the bed under the sheets. You know, it was too on the nose, even though we were dressed. Because
you
we,
can put that on YouTube, then.
yeah, I get, yeah. And that was actually cool because some people in the comments didn't know how we did it. Where me and Tatiana are the ones in the bed on the left side of the screen. And then it's Tatiana that's outside the window on the right side of the screen as well. And a lot of people didn't know how we did it, so they were asking. I basically did a mask. And for editing terms, a mask is where you okay, so on a photo, when you want to blur the like get rid of the background, so it's just like if I'm like this with a brick wall behind me, make the brick wall disappear. That's like PNG or masking because you're allowing
Mhm.
stuff to pass through the photo. So when you do it on video, it allows the video that's behind to pass through the video that's on the front. So I just divided the room in half where it's like, okay, on this side, and I made a mask for the other half to allow her video of her outside to show through. And if you were able to
Yeah.
look at it, the shirt on the ground kind of crosses over into both sides, and it kind of messes. It blurs the line, which is cool. But before we throw the yellow shirt, it fucks up, and I kind of would have to explain that as you're seeing it for you to know what I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
that's funny that that one was your favorite.
That's that because it's hilarious because how
Yeah,
good it, like you said, because the editing is different, and you can tell like you put a lot of work into it, and
yeah.
it's like it's relatable. It's like it's realistic. It's like, oh shoot, this is not what we're thinking about, and then it's how her face was, like her reaction
Like,
to like, oh no, like
what the
stop,
fuck? Like no,
yeah,
no.
yeah,
Like we did ones where
and then
it
your
was
face was like, oh yeah,
yeah. Like, yeah, because I'm like,
yeah,
yeah, hey, let's get into it. And then she's just like, no, like banging on the window. Like,
yeah,
that one I did like. I thought it was cool. And it could have been done better. Could have been done better. Um, but like you said, we could probably do it again, like same concept, but just get rid of the us in bed or whatever. But Tatiana's absolute favorite video is the other one where we had the condom in it, where she's like in the bathroom, and then she walks out and like when you accidentally have kids, she like trips
oh
on the
yeah,
condom, it flies in the trash can. We're like flying into the bed, like whoa, and the clothes like fly up in the air, and then
yeah,
she has a kid. She's like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah. I was about to say that one. I like that one a lot too.
yeah, that one I think is she said was her absolute favorite, and that one actually was pretty funny because we posted it and it got like 2,000 views, and we're like, come on, this video is funnier than that. And for
Yeah.
some reason, she was just like, fuck it, I'm reposting it. She posted it the next day, and it shot up to like 300,000 views in 24 hours. And we're like, there you go. Like, we knew it was a good video. We were like, we know this is a good video. And she even said it in the caption. She was like, repost because this needs to get to more people. And it totally did. So
Yeah.
that one is, she's like, that's a masterpiece in our opinion. Like,
Yeah.
every cut makes sense. Every scene on screen where she's in the bathroom, she turns, like she slips on the condom. She's like flying forward, like in slow motion. She's like run, like I turn around, like what the fuck? Like she hits me, we fly into the bed. It's like everything makes sense. And again, that's one of those ones where the creative process just kind of was flowing as we were doing it because we weren't going to include the trash can. We weren't going to include the clothes flying up. That was something that as we were filming, I was like, oh my God, when you slip on the condom, it should fly in the trash can. Like, just to be like, fuck it. You know, like, no way that's even happening. And then when I was like, oh yeah, in movies, they'll do shit like this where it's like, like when people like collide into like a orange or apple, like a fruit stand, like they'll have a camera panning up and they'll show like fruits and stuff like that flying up in the air.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, let's do that. Like where we hit the bed and our clothes just boosh, like fly off. But it's like obviously you're not seeing anything. And
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it'd be so funny. And dude, when we were filming it, when we were standing on the bed and we jumped to like land, dude, she had her knee up and like knees me like right in the groin as we're
Oh,
landing, and I'm
man.
just like, oh my fucking God, this video better do well because that fucking hurt. Like, and it did pretty good. I think it was at 1.9 million views for a while, and then when we recently put like some more videos and gone up in followers, it finally broke 2 million. So that's pretty cool.
That's
And
freaking
then
awesome.
today when I woke up,
Yeah.
that is fucking awesome. Like I never would have guessed that would have been this would be us. But it's giving me a very good understanding that hey, we got something good here. Because the video, this one, if you're on the YouTube version, like where she whips her like rips her wig off, that's at 3.7 million views, and that's our highest view video right now, which is fucking crazy.
Dang.
That's fucking crazy.
Dang.
And I don't know. It's just cool as shit. It's just cool as shit. So yeah, that was, I guess, a long promo for Tatiana Winton on TikTok, but they're funny ass videos. Like that has been proven. Like so many people at my job have found the TikToks, and they're like, "Dude, aren't you TikTok famous? Like you're not. Why are you even here?" And I'm like, "Dude, I don't pay the bills yet. You know, I got to get the audience first. I mean, maybe when we hit like 1 million followers or 2 million followers, you won't see me anymore. But man, until then, like I'm still working.
Yeah.
Which, whatever. But
I think that's awesome, man. Like, I mean, we're gonna talk about that anyway. So, but I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, just seeing the growing process and seeing the views, and then just knowing that, like they said, what if you just get famous? You don't have to go to that job tomorrow. Just even off of that by itself.
Right.
That's
even off of that.
that's
And me and Tatiana the other day had like a really bad argument. And probably like one of the worst arguments we ever had. And just to show you like, hey, we're a regular couple. Like, I mean, we're not fucking perfect, but when we were talking about it, we were having like a different perspective on where the TikTok is going to go. Like she was like, I feel like you're thinking that TikTok is just going to be the end all be all. Like we can't just put all our eggs in one basket. And I'm like, babe, I'm not trying to put all our eggs in one basket. I'm trying to grow the TikTok to like 1 million followers. So then we can easily be like, hey, yo, go check out the podcast. Go check out this. Go check out the live streams. Go do this, right? Check out our YouTube channel where we do vlogs. Like eventually we're going to start doing that. And it's like, check out all these different things. Like, dude, if you can have one audience and have them go follow the podcast, follow this, follow this, follow this, and now you have like 6 different social media platforms that do AdSense and everything like that, and sponsorships and everything. Why the fuck not? Why can't that be the end all be all?
exactly.
Like, and then all the money that you would make potentially from social media, you'd funnel that back into your community to build up that audience. Like, hey, yeah, we're doing like a giveaway, we're doing a sweepstake, or we're doing some kind of competition or whatever. Then it's like you could build up that community, build up that audience. People like you, they want to support you even more, things like that. And then you can take any money or whatever and put it into other things like investments, like whatever. It's like there's ways that you can grow and monetize and actually genuinely live off of creating content for your audience. You know, as long as you have the right mindset about it, as long as you're like, hey, it's the audience comes first, like the content comes first. Like we want to make sure that we're doing great content. And then if we're compensated for it, that's us bringing value to the marketplace, even if it is just simply entertainment.
Yeah.
That's where our mindset is. Or at least that's where my mindset was. And we were having like this big fucking argument about it. And she goes, well, I mean, you've been trying to do YouTube for years now. You've been trying to do this for years now, and it hasn't worked out. Maybe that's not what your thing is. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, everything that I learned from being on YouTube and fucking making 200 videos, I'm using now in our TikTok. And it's like, this is the success. Like, this is where me doing this and failing at this, failing at this, failing at this, failing at this has made it a success now. And I'm like, we're getting the recognition, or we're getting the feedback that what we're offering is good. Like, people think we're fucking funny. There's people that show up there. You can start recognizing certain names and faces, like profile pics, where people are like, oh my God. And they're commenting on a video that we just posted about another video. Like, she's like getting on my ass about the dishes or whatever in one video. And then she's like, oh yeah, payback for when you ripped the wig off or something like that, right? And it's like they're commenting on a video about our other videos. So it's like we got like some dedicated like people that keep coming back. There's people that jump in and they're like, my favorite couple on TikTok or like shit like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
It's
that's what I'm
fucking
saying. That
cool.
that
It's
type
fucking
that comment
cool.
is the coolest thing ever. Yeah,
It's
that
fucking
comment
cool.
alone is like it makes you want to keep doing it, and it's like, oh shoot, I'm doing something. Somebody actually watching, and they actually like it, and it's a great feeling.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. And I'm like, dude, that's fucking cool as shit. And everybody everybody who knows that I make TikTok videos at work is like, dude, I saw your fucking most recent TikTok. Dude, that's so fucking funny. Like, as soon as I found y'all, I went back and watched like all y'all's videos, dude. Like, y'all are fucking hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
my supervisor, my fucking manager, like people that are like higher up in the thing, they're probably like, this dude ain't gonna be here very long. It's one of those things where it's like I didn't want everybody to know, but we had a video that really went viral, the one where she's like rips the wig off. Everybody's talking about that video, thinking it's like the funniest fucking thing, and I'm like, I'm glad y'all get it.
Yeah.
I'm glad y'all get it. And but no,
I,
like she was like getting on my ass, and I'm like, babe, this is like, I go back to the Thomas Edison thing where he's making the incandescent light bulb, like the quote where he says, where it took him like 1,000 tries to make the light bulb. I think it was Thomas Edison.
mhm.
And he goes, when asked about it, he doesn't say that he failed 1,000 times to make a light bulb. He says that he learned 1,000 ways not to make a light bulb. So he just flips it, where
Yeah.
it's like, I learned when I made like 300 videos, I learned 300 ways not to make a video. And now I have an example of how to make a video. It's like working, like we built up an audience. They're getting to know us and like our style of editing and comedy. And we're developing our own editing and comedy style that is going out into the marketplace where people enjoy and want to continue interacting with. So it's like a learning thing as well.
Yeah.
And that's what I look at it as well, where I'm learning more about editing videos. And it's from that argument that we had the other day, it's pushing me to want to take some editing course or some storytelling course and learn character development and theming and stuff like that to maybe make our own TV show or own series or something like that. Like, that would be something that I'd be really keen on doing.
That'd be awesome.
But
Yeah.
got to get the audience first. Got to keep doing what we're doing right now to build up the audience and just naturally improve ourselves. But that's kind of where I'm at right now.
And I think that's great because I told you I was watching the old vlogs, and I like those vlogs. You was like, man, those vlogs probably suck to you, and just going from that
Yeah.
to what you're trying to do now to even better, your vlogs is gonna be amazing. And seeing like
For
seeing
real,
that
because
process, that improvement, is gonna be awesome.
yeah, and that's why when she kind of talked to me and we were having the conversation, the argument about what I'm doing and focusing on video and
Yeah,
content creation. And I start looking into videos on editing, like, okay, how to be an editor, things like that. And I watched like a couple of things where they were talking not necessarily about the technical skills, but they were talking about the concept, where it's like, okay, I watched this hour and a half long live stream of a guy who people sent them his video or sent him their videos. And he would go through like the first like 20 seconds of the video and he would watch it just raw, like how they sent it to him. And then he goes, all right, this is what I would do. And then he chops it up and he's like, yeah, so this, you can remove that. It doesn't push anything forward. This makes sense. This makes sense. Cut out the middle. Put this
yeah,
video, like layer on these overlays and not overlays, but some B-roll on top of what you're talking about. And it really spices up the beginning of the video. And I was like, oh, so he showed me or was showing a bunch of cool tips on how to hook people in the first like 20, 30 seconds. And I was like, all right, that's very interesting. So I learned that. But then when I was watching it, I was like, okay, I don't need to take an editing course. I mean, sure, as I'm editing, it would be better to learn new things. But when it comes down to what I already know, I'm having some success with
yeah,
the editing skill that I have. And of course, I can always get better and improve, things like that. I'm not saying that I don't need to enhance my editing skills. What I'm saying is that's not my weakest point right now. My weakest point is the
yeah.
storytelling and the messaging and the theming and the plot and the character development in the video. So that's when I started thinking and doing research on storytelling. And I got a lot of good ideas from that. and it's helping me and Tatiana come up with better concepts for the videos and how to convey the message that we're trying to convey. Like in the most recent video that we were talking about, it's like given the subject matter, and then as we were
Yeah.
filming it, we were thinking like, oh yeah, it'd be cool if we did like a costume change or whatever. Like as you're talking about it, then it's like I switch over to a white hoodie. And I was like, wait, no, it'd even be better if I was already wearing the white hoodie with the hood on. You bring up the topic, and then I'm like, my wardrobe choice is even worse right now. And it conveyed the message
Yeah.
better. It conveyed, and so many people were like, oh my God, that's fucking funny as shit, because we sat there and thought about it like, all right, what message is this sending? And not just what are they saying? What message is it sending? How are we making the people feel when they're watching? And
Yeah.
just kind of having a, like, again, it goes back to like the deeper understanding that we didn't have before. And I'm very new to this, and I'm not an expert on storytelling, but like you said, it's
Yeah.
like, man, watch the old vlogs. They're cringy because from what I know now, I'm looking at it like I'm saying nothing. I'm doing nothing interesting in these videos.
That's why I like it.
I'm like, the editing sucks. I'm doing nothing interesting. There's no message. There's 0 point to this video. I'm trying to hold people's attention for 10 minutes, and I have nothing good to show them.
But the thing about that, I told you, people love amateur stuff. Like, people love seeing the growth. Some people literally, when people get famous and do the best editing, they be like, oh, I like the way how you used to do it. There's people like that all the time. They be like, oh, man, I
Yeah,
wish I could go back to the old way. But, hey, you got to grow.
yeah.
So.
Gotta grow. Gotta grow. And I'm looking, I honestly, this is something that I thought about as well. I want to go and take the old vlogs and watch them and see what I did in one of the episodes. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to do the water challenge, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that, right? And then reshoot the video now and just see how different it would be from what I know now versus what I knew then. And then play them side by side and just watch and be like, God damn, that old video sucked compared to the new one. Because, and again, I'm still amateur. Like, I'm not even claiming to be top tier video editor or vlogger or storyteller. Clearly, I'm not. I just did this research like last week, and that's why I haven't been playing video games much this week either. But I digress. That's kind of all I have to say about that. Go check out the TikTok at Tatiana.
Wasn't those videos from like 3 or 4, 5 years ago or something like that?
Yeah.
I had to go in and look. Hey, like I said, I loved it just because it was you, and like I said, you was going everywhere, dude. You was going on a whole bunch of different places like Paris and all of that, and I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. So let me see. Dang, dude, them videos, like, how long ago was it? Let me see.
I'm trying to pull it up. Yeah, this is like this moment right here is where people click off. Were you the person that
Nah.
viewed the podcast and liked it? The episode 11?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? So you
started
fucking
vlogging
are you
4
having
years
it play
ago.
in the
Thanks.
background or something? Like you just clicked on it and gave me like 1 second of view? Thanks a lot, dude.
I told you. That's why I told you that thing is full of crap, bro.
Yeah. Here, let me go down to it. Channel announcement.
Not the video,
Vlog.
but the YouTube
21
time.
videos. Yeah, there's a yeah, because I was still living with my dad when I first started this. And of course, my
4
fucking
years
internet
ago, man, that's
being
crazy.
stupid as fuck. Just think, yeah, 4 years ago was
Like,
the
you
episode
would-
1.
You went to the Eiffel
Oh wait, did I
Tower,
go up
like,
another
that's really
subscriber?
reason, dude.
I think I went up another
Yeah, I
subscriber on
think so.
YouTube. Holy shit, guys! Who's liking the show? What? People like the show. This is a family show. Yeah, I'm at 262 now. Notifications, notifications.
Legitness.
Dude, legitness. But yeah, that's why I haven't been playing video games much lately. And when it comes to GTA 5 online, I mean, we got some news to talk about that. But with, just to close out the video editing topic and the TikTok and the vlogs and the old videos and things like that segment of this episode, I just want to say, hey, if you watched and been subscribed to me for the past 4 years, watching those shitty old videos, and you're following me on TikTok now, or vice versa, you follow me on TikTok or follow us on TikTok, and then you go back and watch the old videos, and you decided to stick around, I very much appreciate you, and you haven't made a bad decision. We're continuing to grow and doing better and things like that. Thank you. But yeah, GTA 5. I haven't really played video games much this week because I was been focusing on that and working and making TikTok videos, and I don't know. But I restarted. I jumped into online, restarted the character, so I didn't carry my character over from PS3 because I never really played on PS4. I started off, and you pick 4 career paths, like executive, gun runner, nightclub owner, and biker. I picked executive,
Oh,
got an
that's new.
office,
Yeah,
got
that's new.
yeah, they gave me $4 million. I bought an office, I bought a car, I bought a couple of guns. Yeah,
Dang.
and I customized my character. He looks cool, in my opinion. I did some of the executive missions where I went to I bought these crates of fake gems or counterfeit money or counterfeit whatever or contraband or whatever. Bought a warehouse, put them in there. I got like a bunch of. I got to go do the missions, which kind of sucks. It's like I'm an executive. Why the fuck am I the guy doing the driving of the moving van to get the shit and delivery? I don't know why I'm doing that. I think I would hire people to do that if I was a true executive. I don't know if you can.
Yeah.
If you could, that'd
You
be
can.
fucking dope.
You can hire friends. Yeah.
Yeah, I hire other people to do it. Like, I don't want to do that shit. I'm an executive, dude. I want to be sitting on my yacht with bitches while other motherfuckers are running my contraband, bro.
But that's what I be doing. But let's go.
Like, yeah. All right, so I'll definitely give it a try. I mean, I think, again, I do feel GTA 5 Online might be better with friends. But I messaged you already. I was like, dude, GTA Online is already boring me because I'm just doing fucking delivery message. I'm going to pick up crates, bringing them to my warehouse, and then when you go to sell them, so I spent like $18,000 for 3 crates. I go pick them up, bring them to my warehouse, and then I find somebody who's looking to buy, and then they're wanting a full shipment, and I had like 10 crates, and I fucking am delivering them 1 truck at a time, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I just get blown the fuck up by a fucking 10 missile or a fucking A10 gunner on the fucking front. Blows up my shit. I was supposed to make $180,000 or $150,000 or some shit, and my shit just got blown up. So I was just like, okay, wait,
Yeah.
it just got blown up, and the sale didn't go through, and I was like, fuck this. So I spent probably like $50,000 to make $200,000, and my shit got blown up, and I'm like, now I'm down $50,000. Like, what the fuck? But I'm playing online.
Yeah, you need
where
friends
I'm
like
in a
to play
private
the
game.
like you gotta play like you it's I think you get more money if you're in a public lobby anyway, for stuff like that. But yeah, you
Yeah,
can hire your friends like as associates and then they'll actually get part of your money too. Like you can keep your own money, but then they'll get a percentage. But you'll still have the money you'll get, but we'll still get something. If that makes sense. Uh so
So
yeah.
okay, yeah.
So
So it's like,
definitely
let's say you
invite
do
me
a
next time you
sale
do this.
for. Okay, I'll definitely do it because it is cool. I got my own office. It's Panda Media. Like I named the office Panda Media. So if you come in my office, it's like, yeah, yeah, the boss is back in the back, and I got my own whiskey and fucking map of the city and shit like that. I'm like, it's fucking cool.
Yeah.
It definitely you can definitely jump in and like role play, and I think they should implement some of the mods that they have on PC where people are playing as like police officers and shit like that, and like really pulling people over
Yeah.
and writing them tickets and shit like that. Like, that's fucking cool. Like, if they could really implement where you're doing like a job in GTA on console,
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool, right? And
Yeah.
when it comes to GTA, I am playing in the PS5. I'm playing in performance RT mode. I'm not getting the full experience because I'm on a 1080p TV, but it's still fun and still looks really good. And I definitely noticed a difference when I went to fidelity mode, where it like looks really good, because it starts chugging at 30 frames a second, and I'm like turning like looking slow, and I'm like, oh fuck that. in my opinion, always play on performance mode. It looks better. And then if performance RT, I didn't really see a difference for those, but I think that's because of the TV that I'm using. But 60 frames is better than 30 frames. 120 frames is better than 60 frames. Like, always go for
Yeah.
frame rate. It just looks smoother and cleaner.
Yeah.
Even if it's, you can play on 720p, 120 frames a second. It looks better than 4K, 30 frames a second. It just does.
Yeah.
Frame
Mode
rate
for sure.
for some
Performance
reason makes
RT.
all the
Performance.
difference. Performance RT. I'm a believer. But yeah, I'll have to invite you next
Yeah.
time. But like, fuck. I need to get TikTok famous so I can quit my
Yeah.
job and have more time to play during the day. Instead of like at fucking
Yeah. GTA,
midnight.
like I said, it's awesome. Think about it. Back in 2013, I was playing before shark cards was even a thing. Before you could like buy like
Money.
GTA money with real money. So I remember the
Yeah.
first time, like when people thought it was cool when they seen you have a nice car, they was like, "Yo, how much did that cost?" I remember like me and my friend Drew that I be playing with was one of the first people to get a
Hmm.
Bugatti. And they cost $1 million. That was like the first expensive car in GTA. And they was like, "Yo, that
Yeah.
Bugatti clean, man. What's up, bro? Like, let me get a ride." And then now it's like, I don't like you probably could have just bought like everything you got in your garage with real money.
Yeah.
So it's
Like
kind of crazy.
that I do. And then, dude, they're going into the story that you wanted to talk about, and why we're bringing GTA 5 up again. Do you want to read it or do you want me to?
You can read it if you want to read all of it, but yeah,
Not
go
the
ahead.
whole thing, just kind of skim through. Um, but PC Gamer, the global authority on PC games, Jarrell sent me an article, and this is what we're going to go into. So if you want to check it out, it's on the PC Gamer. The title is GTA Online is getting a new monthly subscription service, but only on consoles. Wink, wink. By Andy Chalk. I don't know if that's, and it's published 18 hours ago from the time that we're recording, Saturday, 11 a.m., 3:26. GTA Plus is what it's called. Will give subscribers monthly infusions of in-game cash, plush cars, cosmetics, and other bonuses, but not on PC. Basically, for $6 a month, you'll be getting the new service called GTA Plus is set to go live on March 29th with the following: GTA 5 or GTA Money, $500,000 delivery automatic to your Maze bank account. The principal divest 8 along with a complimentary house special works upgrade for it, so you get a new car. The auto shop located in La Mesa introduces an assortment of gameplay updates in Los Santos. Waived LS car meet memberships fees. So I don't fucking GTA 50,000 for the event. I don't fucking know what that is. A yacht. Looks like some more wardrobe items. Looks like
Yeah.
I don't even know what those are talking about. A selection of free paints and emblems for the auto shop. 3 times GTA RP for House Special Works Race Series, and 2x car meet rep on the Street Race Series. So basically what it's going to be doing, they kind of go into it and talk a little bit about the costs and the value proposition they're trying to get. So GTA Plus will cost $6 per month, and you get all of those things plus the 500,000 GTA money every month. And just to kind of put that in perspective, a GTA $500,000 shark card, if you were just doing like a microtransaction, sells for $10 on its own. So for $6, you're getting the same amount of money every month, and all these extra cosmetics and things like that, and upgrades and extra rep and points
Yeah.
for when you're doing certain events around GTA 5 online. So that is crazy, in my opinion. But
I'm not
I
doing
get
that
it.
joke.
But I get it. Like, it kind of, again, it introduces inflation in the game because nobody's like, oh man, sick car, dude. You must have had a grind to get that shit. Nah.
Yeah.
It's just like, nah, I'm richer than you, so I bought it.
Yeah.
I have
That's
more
the thing that's kind of weird
disposable
too,
income. Yeah.
because it's like there's a casino in the game, and like you can literally put money in the game and go to the casino and gamble like actual money. That's what's weird about it. Like you can buy shark cards, use the shark cards to buy more chips, and then use that money in the game.
Wow. I wonder how many
That's
people are going
crazy.
like
Yeah,
fucking real life bankrupt through gambling in the shark card casinos. I wonder how they get away with that.
yeah,
I wonder if
yeah. That's
there's like
crazy to think
something
about it.
in
But
the
yeah,
background where you're not able to use funds that you've purchased. Like you have to use funds that you've
I don't
earned in
know.
game. I wonder if there's like a thing because in Europe, I know that they're really cracking down on microtransactions and loot boxes and in-game currency and
Yeah,
shit like that because they look at loot boxes and card packs or whatever as gambling because they look at it like okay, it's randomized. It's not like you can potentially change the algorithm based off of how rare an item is, based off of how many people own it or what
yeah,
have you. Because you can do that in the games, but you can't do that in real life. Like in real life, you can only print. There's only so many that are printed, and then when you put it in a pack, it's not like the algorithm on the pack is going to change in real life if you open up a Pokemon set or whatever. The card is in there, you know. When it comes to
yeah,
video games, there could be like code written in the background that, oh, if like randomly generated numbers, if somebody else won, it's going to prevent you from winning this, even though randomly you could fucking
yeah.
have gotten it. You know, if it's true random, like a special item or something like that, like a super rare item. And they looked at it. I don't know exactly the ruling or what have you. You'd have to go look that up yourselves if you're listening. But in Europe, they're really cracking down on microtransactions. So I would think that that would be looked at as gambling, especially if somebody, sure, you're supposed to be 18 and up or 17 plus to buy GTA 5 or
Yeah.
be playing GTA 5. But
The
little
heck.
that ain't true. Little kids have fucking GTA accounts and fucking whatever. How many
Yeah.
dude, my YouTube account, like if I go to YouTube, probably thinks I'm like 35 because when I was like 14 or something, I made my YouTube account and I just scrolled down to put myself at like 1980. So I'm probably like 42 in YouTube's like James Black Panda on YouTube, probably 42, you know. And I'm posting this on YouTube, so they're probably gonna like shut my account down. Like, oh, you're fucking lying. It's like, well, I'm over 18 now, motherfuckers. I don't know.
That's hilarious, dude.
If they do that, like that'd be so ridiculous. Like everybody's account's getting banned from the early 2000s. Everybody fucking
I
make
think
themselves older.
it's. I don't think they mind the fact that it's YouTube. It was on like some other site. They'll be like, "Oh heck no,
Yeah.
dude!" Like kick your freaking door down. But nah.
Boom. It like FBI, open up.
Open up. Yeah, yeah. So
That
yeah,
is a good
guys.
question though.
GTA 5 Online, like I said.
Gambling in GTA
Yeah,
5.
like I said, there's casino. There's an actual casino. Since they actually have shark cards that you can buy with money, you can go in the casino, you get chips. And what's crazy, I actually just bought a penthouse at the casino, and in the house they actually have a dealer that you can just have like your own table with blackjack. And
Hmm.
I've been playing blackjack in there, obviously with not real money, but the in-game money, just playing around, just going crazy. And I'm
Yeah.
actually really good at blackjack.
Yeah, I'm
So yeah,
not good at blackjack. Like me and Tatiana on our honeymoon, we went to like I think I said this. Like we went to Puerto Rico and they had like they give you like these little $20 vouchers, but you have to match it to be able to play it. So there's a little casino or what have you downstairs, so you can play. I want to say Monte Carlo. I think that's what it is, or roulette.
Monte Carlo.
I think roulette is the whichever one has the ball that goes
Just
around the
spinning.
thing. I think that's roulette,
Yeah,
and you place your
yeah,
chips around and stuff like that. Uh, they give you these $20 vouchers, so you have to play your own $20 in real life, and then do a voucher, and you can potentially win more. And we went in, we were like, all right, cool. So bet 20 and then put a little voucher. So if you win, you're paying $20 real money, and then but if you win, you get $40 because you put a little 20 voucher on there.
yeah,
But if you lose the voucher and you can't use it again. And it's just kind of
yeah.
like a way to get you to go gamble downstairs. So we basically just played till we lost. We didn't put anything more than because they gave us like 4 or 5 vouchers, which is like $100. So we had to play $100 real to get potentially win the vouchers. And we won a couple times. I think we got up.
Mm-hmm.
The highest we got was like a 140. But then we just kept playing and playing, and then we just like bailed out. We didn't put any more cash in. And we're like, that was fun, and left.
Yeah.
But there was a dude. There was a dude. He had like two big ass stacks of chips. Like he just like on one hand and won. And we were like, what the? And he just walked away. Like he just like doubled his money and then walked. And he played on one hand, doubled his money and walked away. And we were like, dope, okay. And then there was this other dude who had like 2-3 chips. Like he would play like a couple of hands at the same time, like 3 or 4 hands. And then he would lose, win. And then when his chips got real low, he would go over to the roulette table. And then he would come back with a big stack of chips. And I'm like, dude, just keep playing roulette if you're that good at it. Stop coming over here. Like, dude, you had a small stack of chips, went over to the roulette table, and came back with like 4 or 5 times as many chips. Do the same shit. Stop fucking coming over here, because he kept losing on stacks, and he'd go, and he did it like 2 times, 2-3 times, because we were down there for about an hour, and it's a resort, so you just get free drinks. So like the lady walks by, you're like, hey, can I get let me get a fucking Blue Lagoon or whatever the fuck. But it was just a funny experience going into like real life gambling that we suck at. Like, I'm not good at it. I don't even claim or try to be good at it. But that's cool that you are.
No, I don't. I never gamble in real life, but my first time was actually playing. I'm like, yo, I'm really good at this. So yeah, and it's fun. You gotta buy a casino in GTA if you don't have one. A casino penthouse. It's freaking awesome.
Oh yeah,
It's
I'm gonna have
too
to.
much. It's like 6 million.
6 million. Like
Yeah.
I have like a little less than $1 million. I have like $900,000 or something like that, or 800,000 because I fucking lost my shipment because it exploded. It didn't explode. It got gunned down by a fighter jet. Like, that's why I lost my shit. Like, literally, like, that wouldn't even happen in real life, even if I was a real-time executive, like, drug lord or something. Like, that would, like, a fighter jet in the middle of, like, a metropolis city, like, it would not even happen in real life. And I get it. It's GTA. It's meant to do that. You're supposed to be able to have, like, a fantastical, like, unrealistic version of reality. But still, what did I ever
Like
do to
in the
you,
Fast and
sir, in
Furious
a fighter
world,
jet?
like freaking, like Dominic Toretto's about to take you down.
For real, like
That's hilarious.
going into space. Like, man, can you believe we got a fucking charger in space? It's like, whatever, dude. I don't know. I guess we'll have to play. Like, I guess we'll have to play together because, like, I was already. I even messaged you. I was like, dude, I'm bored of GTA 5 online already, and I played for 1 day or 2 days. Like, I got up and I
Yeah, you
played in the
gotta
morning, and I was like,
Play
whatever.
with friends.
Yeah, I guess I got to, and do more activities because I like the fucking outfit that I have on though. Like, I went and immediately bought like a $40,000-$50,000 luxury outfit where I look like a fucking
Yeah.
dude from what, like, I look like a fashion designer that just specializes in an outrageous, like, derelict, like from Zoolander, where I'm specializing in like garbage, like garbage as clothes. Like, I'm Mugatu. Like, I look like, not like outrageous like him, where he's wearing like the piano necktie and he's got like the, like, I am so hot for you right now, like Will Ferrell. Not like outrageous looking like that, but looking like I belong in that fashion show, like Zoolander.
Freaking Elton John.
Elton John. Yeah. Like, just outrageous, like an outrageous outfit where it just doesn't even look like a regular person will wear this. Like, running around, like I'm on a motorcycle in like a fucking fucking European, like whatever, I don't know, like a European guy who doesn't understand the commoner's struggles.
That is freaking hilarious. Like, just I get to see you in the outfit, like doing that drug lord type mission, and then you just like cruising, and then
Dude,
like the
just shot down by a fighter jet in my RV with my contraband. It's goofy, dude. That's what I love about video games. They're so ridiculous, and you just put, like, sure, it's annoying because, like, I'm trying to do a fucking mission and you're blowing my head off for no reason, but it's also like, okay, where else in reality could you do that and be the guy in the fighter jet, like blow up some random dude, take his money, and leave, and just like, fuck it, that's in my bank account now. Fuck it,
Yeah.
fuck it.
But what's cool about this is, like we talked about what the first episode or second episode was the metaverse.
Yeah,
Like stuff like this is actually possible. And I recently just watched Ready Player One for the first time, and that movie completely changed my life. Like it changed my life to where I'm like, yo, this is. It came out like what 2018, 2019.
something like that. Yeah, they're
They
making a
told
Ready
you
Player
then
two.
that what's going on, dude. This movie, if y'all haven't seen it, watch it. This is exactly what's going on now, and I'm like, yo. And they Tesla already talking about they coming out with a little tech suit that you can feel everything.
Yeah,
This is freaking huge, man. Just imagine like playing GTA, getting real money.
dude, or gambling your real money.
That's freaking
But if
nuts.
everybody's on the same field, pretty much, where it's like that hey, if you come in here, this is a safe space. You're not allowed to it prevents death and resetting of your character. Like when they went to that nightclub or what have you.
Yeah,
And then it just comes out and she's like feeling up his chest or whatever, and he's like,
yeah.
"Whoa!" Like that shit's cool. Like, and me and Tatiana had a conversation about that, and she's like, "It's bullshit. Bullshit will never happen." And I'm like, "But you don't know if it will never happen. It's possible. If this is what we
It's
have,
gonna
just
happen.
imagine 50 years from now." They have impact
Like
suits
they
for
already
VR. Like
have.
you can
Yeah,
have
they
like
already
little
had a
gun
prototype.
attachment where it clips. Yeah, where it clips your Oculus Quest 2 or Meta Quest 2 controllers into a gun chassis where you're holding the controllers like this, like it's a real gun, and then you can have like the
Yeah,
impact suit. So when you get shot, it's like it creates like a little pulse on your stomach or on your back, so you can know somebody's shooting you from behind.
yeah.
It's already starting,
Like
and
just yeah.
it's cool, dude. Metaverse and virtual reality is cool. Do you have any VR headset?
Mm, no, I had one of them
Do you?
dollar like general type. like like I had to
Oh
put my
yeah.
phone inside the thing. You just put it on there. It's like it just like for like YouTube videos, but not a real one. And I
Oh
actually
okay.
want one. After watching like some video of like I think shout out to Speed. He's like one of the funniest dudes. He got like 6 million followers or subscribers or
Hmm.
whatever. That dude, when I seen his video, I was like, this is the new wave. This is freaking cool.
Yeah.
Like people were in the game playing another game. They was playing like Among Us, like the real Among Us. Like they was following each other inside the virtual world,
Hmm.
and then they would come back into the room and meet. Like who was you? Was you? And then they were just having fun. And some girl it was like, "Yo, I'm gonna have my birthday party here, the next day." Like inside the virtual world,
Yeah.
like it was just normal.
It is cool, man.
So
Like there are some hurdles as far as like the virtual reality, but when you can get over like the motion sickness and stuff like that, and just kind of play like lightly here and there, and do like real locomotion with your character, and kind of get used to it, it
yeah,
can be very cool. Because there's a game called Walking Dead Saints and Sinners where you're walking around like a New Orleans style town, and there's like bayou and it's flooded here, and you go in like these mansions, and you're legit opening the door, walking around the mansion, picking up like spoons, stabbing zombies in the head, and pulling out a shotgun and just blowing them away as they're coming next to you. And it's very cool. And they say that the best VR like experience is like Resident Evil 4. So basically playing through Resident Evil 4 like a full-fledged Resident Evil game in VR. They're saying that's like a really good adaptation of a regular game to a VR game. And you can fucking
mm,
take your gun, flip it up, like throw it up in the air, catch it, pop, 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 reload, like drop the mag, open it up, reload the gun, flip it up in the air, twirl it on your finger, pop, 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 and shoot the next dude.
dang,
And it's really, really cool. And Beat Saber's awesome, where you have like the two dual lightsabers, and when you
oh yeah,
run the beams together, the controllers are vibrating, so you're like zzz, zzz, like really like lightsabers. There's like a game called Vader Immortal. It's just so many cool games on Oculus Quest. That's the one I have, the Quest 2. And it's fucking fun,
yeah.
dude. It's fucking fun. And I
Yeah, I
look at
gotta.
certain
I was
I
gonna
look
say
at
I gotta
certain
get
games
one.
like
Go ahead.
Drunken Bar Fight or something like that, where the people are like they're fucking picking people up and throwing them out the window and like taking bottles and smashing them over their heads, like and they're just like talking major shit. It's so much fucking like fun. It's like so funny. And there's like these other I gotta find this video, but I can't remember what it is. I think it's on PC with the Vive, the Oculus Vibe, or whatever it is. Oculus Rift is the PC
Yeah.
connected one. And your Quest 2, you can do a link cable and connect it to PC and get some Oculus Vibe games or Oculus Rift games where they're not on Quest 2. But they got to be powered by your
Mhm.
PC. But you can link your Quest 2 and play those. I haven't done that, but there's a few games that are really interesting. And it's like he's standing on a bridge, and there's like these characters that just kind of stand there, and you can just do whatever you want, like pull out a frying pan, boom, like fucking beam him off the bridge, and you can like Spider-Man, like shoot webs, swing around the bridge, come down, karate chop him in the head and stuff. And it was really weird, or not weird, but it was like it was funny based off of what the people in the comments were saying. Like there's one dude, he walks up and he like rubs him on the groin, up his chest, like, and then puts his fingers in his mouth and right to the dude, and he like smacks him a couple of times, and then he just pop 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 like and kills him, and basically like molests the dude like in a very sexual way. And then like, and it was like the third guy that he killed in the video, so he killed two dudes, and then he did that to the third one. And everyone in the comments was like, dude, that third guy, that was personal. That was a personal kill. Like he had some vendetta against that guy. Like he wanted to make him feel less than human before murdering him. And it's just a fucking goofy ass game. And it's just like, all right. VR is cool as shit. But I can't believe it took you so long to watch Ready Player One.
Yeah, because I don't know. You know, I like games, but I didn't really understand what the heck was going on. But when I watched it, I'm like, dude, I feel like it came at the right time, in my opinion. Just because it's like, it's the now.
Oh, yeah.
It was before its time, and I watched it when it was supposed to be time. So that motivated me even more to like get stuff dealing with the metaverse. I even told you about the stock earlier in today's video, and then the coins, all that stuff. I think it's awesome. So
yeah,
it's really cool.
So there's one thing that I don't like about the movie itself is the references that they're using. I mean, because it works for us, right? It works for us because we grew up watching Back to the Future and Iron Giant and Dragon Ball Z and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and fucking Master Chief on like Halo, all that shit. We grew up with that in the late 90s, early 2000s, and 80s, 90s, and 2000s. So it makes sense to us. We get the references. Like, fucking, this movie is supposed to take place in what year? Like 2042 or some shit?
2045, but the dude was born in 2025.
Wade Will, or what is it? Roy Rogers? What the fuck is his fucking name?
Yeah. The Cyclops dude.
Wade
I don't
Wilson?
know. That's why I called him the Cyclops.
Wade
dude.
Wilson. No, that's Deadpool.
Freaking Deadpool, dude. Yeah.
Hold on. Ready Player One. What the fuck is it? Wally Wade?
Guy.
Wait, what is it? Yeah, Oasis. The fuck is his name? Wade Watts. See, Wade. I was right when I said Wade. But James Halliday. Mark Rylance. But look, so in 2045, the planet is on the brink of chaos and collapse, but people find salvation in the Oasis, a virtual reality world. When Halliday dies, he promises his immense fortune to the first player to discover a digital Easter egg that's hidden somewhere in the game, right? The movie came out in 2018. When it came out, right? Oh, you can watch it on Hulu. Cool. If you haven't seen it, watch it on Hulu. It says premium subscription required. So if you have your Hulu account, you should be able to watch it. But all of the references, so it's 2045. What?
Yeah. I said, or if you could watch it on YouTube TV like I did for free.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Well, even though you got to pay for YouTube TV, but yeah, go ahead.
James Halliday. Okay. James Halliday is the character of the Oasis. He described his childhood as neglected. James Donovan Halliday was born in Middleton, Ohio on June 12th, 1972. So that makes sense. Right, because he was born in 1972, so he has like these references. So when he was 13 when Back to the Future came out in 1985, he was 6 when in 1978 or whatever when Star Wars came out, or 77 or whatever. So he was like 5, 6 years old when like all of like the big references in the movies
Yeah.
were coming out. So that makes sense that he would include those and things like that. But in the movie, the dude who was born in 2025 is having like these like we haven't even gotten there yet. And there's people that were born in 2000 that are like, "What the fuck's Back to the Future?" There's people that
Yeah.
like don't even give a shit about the DeLorean that were born in 2000. They're like 22 right now. They don't even give a fuck about the DeLorean or Back to the Future at all. So why would this kid who was born in 2025 be in 2045 fucking what 90, 2000, 15, 25, 35, 45 be thinking and referencing and being intrigued by a car that came out in a movie 60 years ago?
Maybe he went to Universal Studios. No, no,
Maybe
that rides on.
Spielberg directed the movie.
Yeah, Steven Spielberg.
Maybe that's the reason why.
Every Universal thing was there. Yeah.
Yeah, like literally. So it's
King
like
Kong.
in my mind, I'm like Jurassic Park, King Kong, and this is okay. I don't know why we got on the fucking movie Ready Player One, but this is because GTA is like basically it's
Like
going to become
Metaverse.
yeah, it's a potential that it could become something like that. But fucking dude, you mean to tell me it took him like 3 fucking years after James Halliday died? Spoilers for Ready Player One. 3 years after James Halliday died for someone to drive backwards on the fucking race? Dude, gamers,
Yeah, I feel like
this is how
Oh,
gamers would have fucking figured that out
oh,
in like fucking 5 seconds. Somebody would have been like,
I don't know.
dude, I know for a fact because, dude, I'm telling you, people do that shit. They're just like, hey, what the fuck's over here? Can I do this? Because they just test video games all the time. They test video
Yeah,
games. Like, there's trophies in games where it's like a 2D side scroller. So the progression of the game is you got to walk to the right. You got to walk to the right to go forward in the game. People immediately jump in the game and walk to the left just to see if they fucking put something there.
yeah,
That's exactly the
yeah,
same thing on that race. It's like, okay, well, clearly this isn't the right way to go. Everybody gets destroyed. Nobody ever won the race until Wade Watts did by driving backwards the first time.
yeah.
Nobody tried that. They had to go do some archive discovery, and it was so on the nose too because they're watching the replay of James Halliday talking in the office, and he's like, "Yeah, sometimes I wish I could drive really fast backwards." Like very obviously. I'm like, he's like, "Yeah, it'd be really cool if you could just drive backwards, reverse time, reverse, drive backwards really fast." Like he says it like very just on the nose, like his speech pattern changes and everything. And then Wade Watts is like, "I think he's trying to tell me something." I
Yeah,
felt like the
but
movie
nobody
could be
probably
done.
did what Wade did, like go back and like look at stuff like that, like the archive. They probably was like, oh, let me just play it. But the dude actually was interested in like the lore of everything that was going on.
Yeah, which makes sense. I mean, that just shows that he's a super fan and kind of deserves the key to the Oasis. But it's one of those things where it's like, bruh. And what could even be Ready Player 2 if that's the case? Like, if the whole point of the show or the movie was, okay, we got to get the key, it becomes the thing in the Oasis, save it from IOI. Save the Oasis from this
I don't
evil
know,
conglomerate corporation.
maybe the dude bust out of
Maybe
jail
there's
or
like
something.
a
Like the dude, like
secret
I
level.
don't know.
Maybe there's Oasis
Yeah,
2, where James Halliday built it before he died and just never turned it online. That'd be
yeah.
crazy. I don't know.
Maybe. We'll see.
I don't know. Yeah, GTA Online.
But that movie's awesome. But yeah, GTA, like I said, it's awesome. But if there were, like I
I do
said,
like
just
the movie, though.
imagine
I do
playing the
like the
game.
movie.
Like that's what I was thinking about. Imagine playing the game and you really get money from it. That's what the metaverse is like all about, pretty much. Just like the movie, like the
Yeah.
dude was up there shopping, like in the freaking with Oasis, buying stuff, and it came to his house. Like that's freaking crazy. Like just imagine like you
Oh,
buy
yeah.
something like some clothes in the game, and you buy clothes in real life. That's freaking crazy.
Yeah, you buy clothes in the game and it shows up at your house in real life. That would be cool.
Yeah,
Like if people are using like stuff to buy in-game, like real money to buy in-game items for their character avatar, even though people do that already, like they spend their real money to buy a fucking character
yeah,
skin for a video game. People are already doing that. It would, in my opinion, make more sense if, okay, when you create your character, sure, you can kind of keep it anonymous, but I don't think that's what's going to happen, right, in real life. Like, I think what's going to
yeah,
happen is, like,
yeah,
you go on fucking line. It's like now where Kim Kardashian is Kim Kardashian. Like, it's not like she has a fucking alter ego on Metaverse. Like, if she goes on Metaverse, people are going to,
yeah,
she's going to want to be Kim Kardashian on Metaverse because she's already built up that brand and name. Same with us. Like,
yeah,
in the early internet, it was known, don't ever put your name online. Don't put any personal information online. Dude, people share their whole fucking lives online now. And
yeah,
it's not like a... Sure, there's real things that can happen. Like in the movie when he gives his... He literally says his first name. And they find him and blow up his fucking house and kill his aunt and shit like that.
yeah.
It's like,
It's not
whoa,
funny.
shit. They find his house and kill his aunt. They blow up his fucking neighborhood, kill 40 people, and he doesn't even die. It makes sense,
Yeah.
you know. There could be like
But yeah,
situations
what's
like
cool
that
about
where
that, like,
it fucking does happen.
uh, like I said, like you said, in like say it was Kim or something in the game, like in Oasis, not Oasis, whatever the Oculus or whatever. It's called VR chat. It's like the main thing, kind of like PlayStation Home, where you can just go to talk to people.
Uh-huh.
In that game, you can literally pull up like your car, and you can link like to your Twitter, your Instagram, whatever. You can have a picture of yourself on the game, and I just think that's like some new stuff. That's already metaverse stuff right there. The fact that you can literally just pull up your car and somebody can just go to your Twitter, your Instagram, just like that,
Mm,
straight from the game.
that's
That's
interesting.
crazy. Yeah.
I'm
So
not fully
that's why I
following.
said we already in a new wave. Like, just say like Ready Player One, when they
Hmm.
was like, oh, whatever, whatever. You can like do your hand like this in the virtual world in the game. You can see a player card, and they would know like basically whatever you want them to know. Like if you have privacy settings, obviously they won't let you do it,
Right.
but you would go to it, and you can go to the link. You can be like, oh, add me on Discord. You can do this. You can do that. You can message them just straight from it, like it's a real world.
Yeah,
And I just think that's cool.
that is cool because just to kind of talk about the Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, similar to what you're saying, just from gestures, like if you move your left hand over your back and press a button, you'll pull out your book bag. And then there's inventory slots that you can select from the book bag. So it's kind of something similar like that, where if like you do a gesture where you open up your hand, it pops up a little fucking profile
Yeah,
card where they can read it and they can go, oh, cool. And then just because I'm attached to my accounts, I can see your accounts and boom, hit subscribe, hit follow, hit like, hit blah, 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 off your little card that you're showing me. It
yeah,
could be something similar to that because I think you can do that in if it was like a multiplayer game. Like you can open up your thing and be like, "Hey, yo, check this out." Like there's a game
yeah,
called Gun Raiders on Oculus Quest 2 where we'll jump in and there's like safe spaces where you walk in and you can't kill each other, but as soon as you walk out the door, people can kill you and you can like shoot each other.
yeah,
And there's like weapon wheels where you get all kinds of weapons like shotguns, dual pistols, katana, stuff like that. And you can jetpack around, jump off, and jetpack down and slice them with a katana. It's like a really cool game, and I think it's free on Quest 2. And it's just like that. Like you jump in, you're talking to people, and just right in front of you, and you make gestures. Like you can just like if you don't want to turn your mic on, you could be like yeah, that's cool. Like or wave your hand, like hey, like get their attention, and be like yes, no, and they see it. And it's like
yeah,
more like visual communication and interaction
yeah,
versus having to just be on a mic and your character just stands there doing whatever while you're
yeah,
idling. But nah, man, it is all cool. It is all cool. But I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of one of those things where you won't know until it really gets fully implemented how it's going to really change
yeah,
everything. And me and Tatiana were talking about that on the old Atlanta Real episode. We've officially done this episode is episode 12 of PandaCast. We've officially done more episodes on PandaCast than the Atlanta Real podcast because me and Tatiana kind of stopped that. But you can still watch them and listen to them on Patreon. But is there anything else that you got?
Uh, Pretty much like I said, I'm gonna send you that video. It's a long video, but you can like look at segments of it because it just blew my mind away just to see like wow, people really doing it already now. And like you said, when it expands, it's gonna be global. And like you said, people like celebrities like Kim or whatever to just like advertise stuff in the game and just make even more money. Like it's gonna be like a walking billboard. The fact like Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook rename his whole thing to Meta, and then you gonna have billionaires. This freaking is like it's huge, man. It's so much money, like trillions of dollars, is about to go into this space. And
Mm-hmm.
I read something. There was like a long time ago, like Yahoo, Google, MSN, AOL. That was like Web one, and
Yeah,
then now we're in like
Web
it
three.
was Web two with like YouTube, and then now we're in Web three with like the metaverse and Quest and like all the other stuff. And I just think that's crazy. It's a new age, bruh. And we're like already one step ahead of it. And it's like, dude, money's about to be made for sure.
For
So
real.
that's all I gotta say.
Hell yeah, man. And
Yeah,
I'm thinking about it, and I think it's fucking dope. And that's why right now we're trying to build up the social media following and things like that. So when we step into Web3, it's not like we're trying to build from scratch. It's like we already have something that we can transfer over and maybe have that social proof where people are like, okay, this is it now. This is the new thing. You know, this is where we're heading.
yeah,
Web3. And these guys are, and we already have like the platform. Like Kim Kardashian could fucking walk into a metaverse thing and immediately become the most famous person there because she's already got a following. She's already famous. Whether you like her or not, she's
yeah,
famous and she's got millions upon millions, if not billions of dollars through her family connections and her know-how that she could easily invest and become
yeah,
more, right? In the new way of the internet. And that's exciting.
yeah.
It's exciting times, my friends. We are in exciting
Yeah,
times, my
adapt. Don't get left
friends.
behind. Adapt. That's how I feel.
Yeah, don't get left
Like
behind.
if, like I said, if y'all haven't seen
And
the
make
movie,
the
go
move
watch
now.
Ready Player One. Yeah, do it
Yeah,
now.
make the move now.
I,
Get educated on it. Learn about it. What's the next thing coming? What's Web 3? What's Web 2? Learn what these things are. I fucking need to do more research. But it's just one of those
yeah,
things. But yeah, so that's the end of the episode. Episode 12. Follow us on all these social medias. At Tatiana Winton on TikTok is the one I'm going to plug the most here. YouTube.com/JamesLikePanda. Young Moltec on YouTube. Follow on the featured channels for James Like Panda. You can find them there easily. Or just type in Young Moltec on YouTube search bar. Other than that, GTA Online, GTA Plus. How do you guys feel about it? Do you think it's a good idea? Is it something that you're going to implement? For someone who does take advantage of it for the $6 a month, tell us what your thoughts on it are. We'll probably look into and learn at least what the special things are that comes with it, aside from the 500,000 GTA money each month. And then I do want to look into more of like if there are restrictions on the gambling. And I think I'll probably make the episode of this because I never knew that, or I didn't think about that. I'll probably make the episode name something dealing with that. So gambling, real money in GTA 5. Is it possible? Somebody else gonna maybe that'll be controversial enough for people to look into and want to click on. But yep. Also talking about the metaverse, things like that. What are your thoughts on it? What has been your experience with it? Talk to us in the chat. Message us on Patreon, patreon.com/pandamedia, and support the show, whether in a free way or a paid way. You can support the show on Patreon or just by showing up each week, listening, things like that, commenting on the comments section on YouTube. All that's great. So whatever you can do to support, we definitely appreciate it. Other than that, have a wonderful week. See you next time.
multi.
Do some ASMR. Have a great time, guys.
Spirit fingers.